Hey guys, welcome back to the new episode of the Jetpack Compose series. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about buttons and how to implement it. So without wasting any time, let's get started. I have created a base project. It has nothing but a set content with our theme. Here we are going to implement our functions. Like for example, I am going to create some functions for our buttons. First I will create a function for our normal button. Here I am going to create a button. It has a default parameter on click. This parameter is important because every buttons are implemented for the on click. So on click function will be called when the user clicks the button modifier. Okay, it has more parameters like it has a modifier. If you don't know about modifier, I have created a video on it. I will include the link for that video in the top right section. It also has the enabled property, interaction source, elevation, shape, borders, colors, etc. And in the last, it has content. So whatever we need inside the button will come into the content section. So here in the button section, what we need is the text. For example, if we refresh our preview, you will see we have a button, but it doesn't have anything inside it because the content section is empty. So now if we add text here with some text inside will be click me, and if we build the preview, you will see anything we put inside the content will appear inside the button. Now let's check out some parameters of buttons. Like for example, if you want to change the background of the button, you will write colors button defaults dot button colors, and inside we will add background color, and from compose default color class we can choose any color. Here we are going to choose yellow color. Let's add the background, show background true. If we rebuild it, you see we have a yellow button. Okay, so for example, now we want to add some border outside of button, so we will add the border with some with the border stroke. Border stroke requires two parameters. One will be the width. We will add something like 2 dp, and for color we will add color dot blue. Now if I refresh our preview, you see we have a nice blue outline button. Okay, so now we are going to create some different types of button. For example, if we see the parameters of it, we have shape. Shape is used to change the shape of the button. We are also going to learn about the enabled property, and we are also going to use some of the modifier properties. First, what if I want to change the shape of this button? For example, I need to create a round shaped button. So what I will do here is I will tell it that I want the shape of this button of circle shape. But if I refresh it, you will see it is not a perfectly round button. It has changed the corners of it to round, but it is not a perfect circle button. That's because the button's default height and width are different. Because the width of the button is greater than the height, so we need to make the height and the width of this button equal. For doing that, we are going to use modifier. By help of modifier dot size, if I give it 80.dp size, and if I build and refresh it, you see we have a round button, but the text of the button is not aligned. So for doing that, what we are going to use is I will choose the text align property, and I will use text align dot center, and on refreshing we have a perfect round button with center aligned text. Okay, so now I need to do some operation when the user clicks on it. For doing that, I will do my coding here, and I will add a print function, and here I will use round button is clicked. So whenever user will press on the button, this will be print in the logs. Let's implement it in our class. I will use column with max size, and I want it to be center aligned, center horizontally, and element of center. If you want to learn what is a column and what are these properties, I have created a video on it. I will add the link to it, and you can see it on the top right corner. So now inside column I will call my button function, and if I refresh it and run the app, you see we have a round button and it is clickable. And if you see the logs here, and if I click on it, you see a message of round button is clicked. Similarly, we have different buttons, like for example, if I changed or remove the background, we will only have the text remaining. So for doing that, I'll create a I'll copy this function and I will remove with text button, and I'm going to remove the shape, the border and the color also. I will create it. I will change the text and I will call this inside the column. Here I will add some spacer with the height of 16 dB. And I will rebuild our app, and now you can see we have a button which is clickable and it's a text button because it doesn't have any background or anything, but you can modify it by using modifier. As you can see here, if I click on it, you will see the text button is clicked, and if I click on the round button, you see we have a round button is clicked, printed on the blocks. Okay guys, that was all for today. I hope you have enjoyed it or have learned something. If you have liked this video, do like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell icon for latest updates. We'll see you in the next. Thank you very much.